Hey everyone, and welcome to your May 2022 readings. I decided to change up the scenery since it's just super beautiful out, and also speaking of change, I changed up the format this month. I might change it back, but this month we are focusing on all love readings across all signs. So that's what we're focused on. Remember that this is a collective reading for your sun, moon, or rising sign, right? So if this particular one doesn't resonate, I would check out your other two signs. Speaking of which, if you're wondering, I don't know, I follow tropical, I follow sidereal, which one? I would say just whichever you resonate with the most. So if you resonate more with sidereal and those associations, then follow the sun, moon, rising that's in that system, right? Or vice versa. So the timestamps will be down below as well. There are links also for how you can book a one-to-one reading with me. Of course, if we're doing collective reading, we can't hit the mark for every single like Aries or Aquarius all the way down, all the way through, right? So if you want something specific that is specific to your situation, I would recommend booking a reading with me personally. The links for that are down below. Also for how to get 20% off and 50% off of a one-to-one 90-minute reading with me. Last thing I'll say, oh yes, cards and cocktails. We didn't do it for the month of April. I know, I just got so busy. So we are doing it, cards and cocktails, hangout. It's a live hangout on Instagram that I do on Instagram. I might choose to do on YouTube. I still haven't gotten around to deciding whether I want to do it here or not because I have more people that follow me over there versus here. This is brand new, so we'll see. But if you want to stay up on that, follow me over on Instagram. I'm probably most likely going to be doing it either the first weekend of this month, which I know Mother's Day is there, so I might not do it then. I might do it when the moon is in Sag later in the month, which I think is around the 26th, 5th or 6th or 7th, something like that. So again, if you want to stay up on that, follow me over on Instagram. Last thing I'll say is that there are new monthly subscriptions that you can check out over on Patreon, and that's in the description as well, for how you can get ongoing divinatory guidance if you are going through a really stressful period, a transition period, with work, with life, with love, with anything, and you're wanting some like ongoing guidance. There are two options that I would recommend, right? One of them is a monthly subscription for weekly 30-minute readings, right? So it's like tapping in every single week on like what's up, right? And that's either live or recorded. And then the other is for a monthly reading with me for 90-minute reading, and that's either live or recorded. I only have a few spots for the lives, especially just because I need to make sure that I can deliver them. So if you want to get something like that done, feel free to hit me up. Without further ado, please continue on to your readings. Let me know how you like them. If you want me to stay focused on love, maybe we'll just keep that rolling for a little while too. I don't know. I'm still playing around with this channel, so I will talk to you guys next month. Thanks. Bye. Hello Aries, and welcome to your May 2022 reading. So you will notice that this time around we're doing things a little bit differently. If you want to know more about that, you can check out the video. If you skipped ahead of the intro video, you can go back and check that out. So let's get into it. I'm feeling using one of my travel decks today. So there's a deck that I have that I take when I'm traveling out and about. So we're gonna use that. So what are we doing? If you did skip the video, we are doing love. I'm focusing on love, dating, relationships that are romantic in nature. So if you're single, if you're in a relationship, if you're single, I recommend keeping in mind somebody that you are involved with currently the most, right? Like keep somebody top of mind. This is not like trying to apply it to all of the different people, right? So who this makes sense for. If you're dating several people, okay. If you're in relationships with several people, okay. Keep one person in mind. So, and we'll go through these individually as we always do. So the top row is you. This is what's going on with you. All right. Hope you guys had a really awesome April. I don't know about you guys, but April and the first half, like March and the first half of April was bananas for me. So it seems like a lot of people were pretty busy. All right. If you guys notice, I am using a new reading cloth. Pretty stoked about this. I'm kind of in love with it. And you might also notice that the names are in Spanish. I accidentally bought this when I was traveling last time I was in California and going back home to visit. I needed a new deck, so we're going to take a look at what is going on with your person. Remember, keep one person in mind. I would say the one who you are wondering about the most, that's the one that we want to check out. Okay. And I stopped into a metaphysical store because my travel deck was missing a couple cards. They got lost at a reading I did like the night before. Must have fallen under a table or something. So anyways, because of that, I needed a new deck, and they only had one of the Rider-Waite, and it was in Spanish. And I said, yeah, why not? So here we are. All right. And all right, so the bottom row is them, top row is you. And we're also going to take a look at what is happening for you internally. Like, what does your internal landscape look like? What does it feel like? What's going on internally for you, your inner world, right? And what's going on with your outer world. I feel like that gives us a lot of information that I think is very helpful. Okay. Okay. All right, you guys. So let's make sure these are all in frame and we'll get into it. Let's start with you up here, right? I like to start with you. We are talking about you. Let's get into this, and then we'll take a look at all of this, and then we'll take a look at the influences that are also affecting your love life, right? So again, take this as if you are in a relationship or dating, whatever one it was. We're looking at you in a primary like person of interest or somebody that you're with, right? So, and again, you know, just to remind everyone that if this is a message that is meant for you, then it will resonate. If this month doesn't happen to be it, then maybe check out either your rising or your moon sign if this is your sun sign. All right, let's go. So, and speaking of go, you are going. You are definitely moving forward, right? These are the arrows that shoot forward. There's a lot of passion, creativity, fire, energy, movement, spark that is going forward in your life right now, right? And so when it comes to the realms of romantic love or dating or whatever this is, this could be a lot of sexual energy too, because why not? But this is like your life is going, like the energy of your life is moving forward. You have a lot of forward momentum, and it's just kind of like green lights, right? That's what you're experiencing as the green lights. And I think that for some of you, this could also mean that you're pretty open to this connection moving in a direction that goes forward. Your life is going in this direction. Your life feels like it's moving, maybe pretty quickly, but you're willing to like bring this person along for the ride, or to have them kind of ride alongside you, right? Essentially. Now, when we're taking a look at what the challenge is that is coming up for you here, we're seeing the death of old ways of thinking and believing, right? So when it comes to relationships and interpersonal connections that are deep and intimate like this, there must be some kind of limiting beliefs or old ideas or thoughts or patterns around relationships that you are needing to let go of the remnants of. If you've already been doing this kind of work, great. This is just the letting go of the remnants of that, right? So this can also be kind of like the ego death, quote unquote, right? I don't demonize the ego. I actually think that healthy ego is great, right? And we all have shadow and light within us. So, but it's the death of this old identity, this old way of identifying with ourselves and coming into this here, right? And this is really about being yourself, being at home with yourself, and being in harmony, right? So, and I also believe that this is this is your spiritual advice. Your spiritual advice is like, hey, be yourself, be in that space. When you come from a space that is really, truly you, your true expression, And then from there, work with blending the elements of either your energies or your lives or whatever it is, blend from that space, from the space of true expression and from a place of optimism, right? This is a card that represents Sagittarius. This is a Sagittarian card. And this particular card is like one of the things that's really associated with Sagittarius is optimism, right? This is like expansion, right? Because they're associated with Jupiter. So this expansion, this optimism that we have that's coming through here. So coming from that place, I feel like that's a really strong place to come from, but also just very light and happy and peaceful at the same time, right? When you can be openly, freely expressed, freely being yourself, and then from that place, in that space of optimism, not foolishness, right? We're talking about optimism, being in that space. Then you can start to see like how the two of your lives can actually blend together in a harmonious way from that space, right? So, and that's really what this is about, right? This is an alchemy card. This is about shifting. Like in this particular card, we could say that's maybe turning water to wine, right? So it's like, how can you take the resources that both of you have available to you, like all of the different elements? And by resources, I don't necessarily mean money. I'm talking about, which it could be though, if you're in a committed relationship and you guys live together, then this could be an indication to look at the way that your resources actually blend together in a harmonious way, especially if you have bigger purchases on the horizon or trips planned or whatever it is, right? So, or if you're moving in together. So but overall, this is really, when we're talking about resources, we're talking about your time, your energy, right? Time, energy, attention. All of these things are resources that each of you have. So you're being guided to let that shit go, let the remnants of whatever that is go. And for a couple of you, by the way, this has come through like twice now. This could be about letting the last bits of energy for an ex go. If you've been kind of like in the back of your mind thinking, oh, maybe this person will come back, maybe this will work out, maybe this, maybe that, this time to, if you really want to give this an opportunity, and that's really what you want, or anybody else really for that matter, you're going to want to like do whatever you need to do to release the remnants of that and let that go and step into this space here, okay? So let's take a look at your person of interest, right? Now, it looks like they're working with stability. It looks like they're working to stabilize the different aspects of their life, and they're kind of having to weigh out and balance amidst the chaos. If their life is very busy, if they have a lot going on, they're probably trying to, like, we could say this is work-life balance, or this is trying to balance, you know, maybe dating or being in a relationship with other things that they're wanting to create in this world, right? We are looking at the earth, we are looking at coins, we're looking at pentacles. So this is about the earthly, the tangible things, and about navigating life's like waves, right? Navigating the way that life goes is not always just smooth sailing, right? It's not always like that. So this is about, they're in a space of trying to figure out how to balance all of these different things, especially when it comes to your time together, right? They're kind of trying to figure out how does it all fit together, and how does this connection with you fit together with everything else they're trying to create. Now for them, they're feeling challenged with the Page of Cups is really open to love, right? Like the Page of Cups is kind of youthful, fanciful, and very kind of idealistic about emotions, about the world of fantasy, about the world of love, about the world of intuition, right? Even being tapped into intuition, especially as well, right? So they're feeling challenged in that kind of way. So there's some kind of closed offness that's happening here for them. And I don't know if like that is from a past relationship, or if you guys are in relationship and it's been a kind of longer term relationship, perhaps these are elements of, you know, cycles of, you know, certain kinds of arguments that can happen over time, points of tension that can be cycles in relationships. So whatever it is, it has them feeling kind of closed down now. Or this could be about also for them an ex, right? So both of you could be dealing with the remnants of exes and how that's maybe shut you down in certain ways or held you back from being completely and fully open. And what they're actually being guided to do is to be more in tune with their intuition. I just love how there's the connection here. It's very clear. It's like there's a block, and here in the same suit, we're still looking at water in a more mature and elevated and nurturing way, to be able to be in tune with their emotions and to be able to express them right? It's feeling emotions freely and expressing them freely in a way that is conscious, in a way that is mature, in a way that is nurturing, in a way that is, you know, you could say all of these things like nurturing, nourishing, conscious. These would all be beneficial, of course, for a long-term relationship, right? I love how there's also the theme of water that's coming through for both of you here in the advice, right? So there's the blending of these elements here, and there's water that's here, and then there's water that's being surrounded here, and there's the expression. There's like moving from a more youthful space, and where it's closed off even in this way, and moving into a more free-flowing place. Flowing, right, is what I'm seeing. Now, I love that you have so much like water coming through for a fire sign. There's just like a ton with emotions that's coming through here. So here we have what's going on in your internal world. This is your internal being, and this is what your outer world is like. Now, we all know that that's what's going to affect the way that we can show up inside of relationships of any kind, right? So we want to take a look at how that might be playing out for you. So what I'm seeing here is that internally, you're kind of like, you're moving towards your visions. You're moving towards the things that feel good in life. Like this is where you are internally, like your internal compass is oriented towards, I'm moving towards the things that feel good in life, towards the things that feel loving in life. I'm open to the love. I want the love. I'm moving in the direction of this, right? Because we're talking about your love reading, but I think actually this is a theme for you overall in your life right now, is moving towards creating, towards feeling, towards being, towards the vision, towards the fantasy, towards, you know, moving in the direction of the things, right? That's what the Knight is doing. The Knight is moving forward in the direction of what they feel good about, what feels good, right? So, and then we have what is crossing, which is the Page of Pentacles, right? And the Page of Pentacles is about that, we're coming back into that earth space, right? Which is about creation. So I'm seeing for some of you, either you're studying something new, right? Because the pages are definitely studious. They can be messengers, but they're also very studious. So maybe you're learning a new skill, or you're taking your studies deeper into something, maybe within your field, or changing directions with what you're doing with regard to your career. But that you are looking for solutions, you are considering what's in front of you, you are creating something new, right? This is like taking like wanting to move forward with creating something new and learning about how you can actually make that happen. So I feel like you're in some kind of learning process. Maybe you are an entrepreneur and you are learning about new ways to show up in business, or a new level of being in business that you haven't been in before, and you're needing to learn about that. Again, you could be learning about your skills, but whatever it is, there are things that you're creating in your world right now, and you're focused on what the solutions, what the answers are, what the pathways are to creating the life that you want, to creating what it is that you want to create. This could be directly related to creating the kinds of love relationships that you want, but not necessarily. This could actually be about creating your life overall, like what you envision for your life, right? What you're feeling that you want, that feels good. All right, you guys. So I want to get into, let's take a look at, in the extended version, we're going to go into some, I hope that wasn't too loud. You guys, sorry about that. If you're listening on headphones, I apologize. I will try to be softer about that. So I want to take a look at what is happening with a couple of these cards and go a little bit deeper, right? So for instance, what is it that's blocking them here? What's going on with this, right? Like, why are they feeling kind of not so open to love, to feelings, to what's blocking with the world of emotion there, right? So we're going to take a look, and I'm feeling 3 cards for that, so we're going to pull 3 cards for that. Wow, did you guys see that roll across? Okay, so that's 1, and then 2 and 3. So we're gonna have those 3 there. And then I'm curious to know a little bit more about, if you're not clear, if you're just like, well, what is it that I'm, needing to kind of let be and let go of, then we're going to take a look at that. And I'm feeling like 2 or 3 cards for that. Yeah, I'm feeling 2 for that. All right, let's do that. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I want to get clarity on. I'm a little bit curious about what is it that they're trying to balance for their life right now? Like, what kind of stability challenges are they going through here? Or what are they dealing with, and how that is affecting your time together? Feeling 4 for that. Okay, and then I feel like the other cards are pretty clear. I do want to get maybe 1 or 2 cards for this, for the Queen of Cups. Like, what else would help them bring that out? And I'm also curious about, is there anything that you could be doing on your end to assist with that, right? Because why wouldn't you want them to, if you're interested in them, why wouldn't you want them to be able to feel their emotions and express it as well? So we'll say that's you there, and how you can assist, right? And then we also are going to be taking a look at, as we have been for the last, how many months now? I don't know, 3 months or so. We've been taking a look at the deity cards, right? So we have the goddess cards, and we have the god cards. Again, these are archetypes, right? So if you believe in deities, fantastic. Then these are your homies that got your back. If you don't believe in deities and that's not a part of your belief structure, that's okay too. Then consider that these are masculine and feminine archetypes, the polarity of energy. Again, we're not talking about gender, we're not talking about identity. We are just talking about the yin and yang, the masculine and feminine energies, the polarity energies that exist within everything in the universe, within us, within everyone, right? So what are the strengths and what are the attributes that you can utilize to navigate your overall life? This is not just about your love life, right? We're looking at now at overall life. And then we're going to take a look at, what do your ancestors and your guides have to say, right? So ancestors and guides, that's more of a direct voice of like, okay, we were focused on advice around love, right, underneath these cards, and what your spiritual advice was for that. But now we're taking a look at what message they have for you, okay? And then we're also going to take a look at the shadow. What is getting in your way and blocking? You know, we already saw, again, what one of the challenges was for you with regard to love, but this is going to be overall. What is stopping you, tripping you up? What are your blind spots when it comes to life? You know, not just love, but life, right? What's going on for you in the month of May? And then we're going to take a look at one rune as well. All right, Aries, so that is your love reading. I just thought I would change it up this month. I was just feeling it. I just kept feeling it. I was already feeling it last month, so we're just switching it up. Let me know what you think, if you like this format, or if you miss anything from the previous formats when I was doing overall and business and then doing love in the extended. But I just thought I would try this month, so let me know, and we will get into all of this, and I will see you over in the extended version over on Patreon. The link for that is down below. All right, have a good month. I will talk to you soon. Bye, Aries.